Alrighty guys, welcome back to the TheCombustionGamer YouTube channel. The next dev diary for NASCAR 25 has dropped. I would encourage you guys to go and listen to it. It's kind of interesting, mostly drivers talking about their first experience with gaming, and also talking about how cool it is to be in the game, etc. Had some ARCA drivers, Xfinity, truck, and of course Cup drivers talking about it. So pretty cool video overall, I would think. But if you guys want to go watch it yourselves, I would encourage that, as we're not really going to delve into any of that information about the drivers. Obviously cool that they got to be able to try out the game. Really good feedback, I hope, for the developers. And so that's definitely neat to see here with the dev diary is what they did. But we did get some details which are pretty important. Number one, we will not get a gameplay trailer, they say, until we get to a month out from release, which is pretty interesting. Now, what we do get to see here that is really important is we do get to see some gameplay from the drivers, but we're not going to see a gameplay trailer until we get to a month out from release. So that's kind of interesting. Also mentioned as well is we will not get a pre-release, obviously for console, not talking about PC, but for console there will not be a pre-release until about a month out from the release date. So also kind of interesting. Seems like that's kind of standard for most games, but still a little bit seems late in the game for some games, depending on what you're used to. So interesting nonetheless. Now here we go, we get to see a little bit of our HUD basically. So right here you can see the mirror is not working up here. It's got the outline, so not sure what build this is, but you can see right here mirror is not working, so not sure what version this is, but you can see right there the outline, and it's not actually reflecting at the moment, which is interesting. You got your established fuel, you got aero, engine, oil temp, radio, the stuff that we're used to with NASCAR Heat 5. You can also see the percentage of your tires and the temperatures, what we're used to with NASCAR Heat 5, which is very nice. Kind of a similar setup, makes it very easy to be able to keep track. And of course we got the track map, lovely, love that. And we also got the lap times up here, which looks like it's actually like counting, and then you actually get to see like the results further down here. Obviously we got the goal for either this practice or qualifying, not sure. And then of course right here we'll be able to see our revs, RPMs, and should be like our speed right behind. No, yeah, we go. Yep, you can see my per hour, what gear we're in. We can also see how much draft effect we're getting right, and that was all behind Noah Gregson's hand right there. So that's pretty cool. The next shot I think we get as we see the 8 car hit the wall there. Might be some sparks right here. Looks like there's a little bit of sparks, not really any dust or anything else, but maybe some sparks popping out. That's kind of interesting. Gonna look right here. We got Ty Majeski driving the trucks at Martinsville. Got quite a few trucks on there. It looks like the 19's actually trying to pass him right there, so that is encouraging on the AI. So look at that 77 there. We got Ty Majeski driving right here, and in comes the 19 truck trying to make a pass 3 wide as Ty Majeski is coming up the track with his truck. So that's kind of cool. Active passing. Definitely like how the AI have looked in the game so far. We get a look at drivers, a lot of driver interviews, see if we get a little more on-track action here. We got Ty Majeski again. Here we are at Las Vegas. Lap 5, I can't read what that says. Practice? Yeah, practice, okay. There's some other information up there too. Oh yeah, practice timer, that's what we got. Alrighty, good to see. Keep on going here. We see we got what we need. So in practice, stay out. Good to see. So easy to use development, easy to use controls here. We also get a look at Christopher Bell testing out in the Joe Gibbs Center. Got a nice setup there, and we're going to look, and I think we get to see a menu right here. Yeah, we get to see a menu. We got start time, skip session, leave track. So we see that little menu kind of faded out. It looks really good. Let that keep rolling. So we are slowed down, so it's not going to be as smooth as what it would be if we were actually watching the video. Hopefully we'll get, and we also get a select menu here. So quick race, select driver. So we get a bunch of drivers listed here that we can see how the menu kind of works, which is pretty cool. Select and back. Nothing on how to switch paint schemes or anything like that, so that's kind of interesting. Car sits there, looks really good, so that looks nice. Got Bristol, I believe here. Yep, Bristol. And car looks good there, all things considered. Let's see, keep on moving here. We got LaVar Scott in this as well, talking about driving in the game, so that's neat. I'm just trying to find where we got the actual on-track stuff going on here. We got Anthony Alfredo, he's driving to Bristol, all blurred out. Got Corey Day, so I'm not sure where that, ooh, here we go. Here's some more menu. So we got the truck menu here. I want to go back just a little bit, and we should see, this should be pretty interesting. Yeah, so look at the, so the switch in between, got Kyle Busch, and then there we go, got the truck kind of pivots, and we got Bristol, Charlotte, Charlotte Roval, Donington, Daytona, Echo Park, Homestead, Miami, Kansas, Las Vegas. All of that going to be in alphabetical order there, being listed, so that's pretty neat. And we also had, if I go back, looking at the buttons, we have cycle events, so you can change which event it is. You have race settings, etc. So basically what we would come to expect to be in the game. We also had more ARCA drivers testing out the game there. Not seeing anything new gameplay wise. That's what I'm really looking for. As I said, if you want to hear the stories from the drivers, I encourage you to go listen to it yourself. It is really good and fun to listen to, but just trying to find actual game related stuff to talk about here. Then we get some screenshots of New Hampshire, which they're apparently still working on. And then we get this right here. This is a new cutscene. So we'll put that at time for you to watch. And there we go. It does seem to be some graphical glitching still going on. What I mean is basically kind of stuttering around just a little bit, but it does look like it's coming along pretty good. It's at night, so this is a different view. We also get to see the screens in the background. So look at that. We got multiple trucks, multiple camera guys, multiple people standing around. You got iRacing up there on the big screen at Daytona, so that's really, really cool. Flashing different things being shown up there. The truck overall, I like the basics. I'm hoping that this is still going to get worked on a little bit more, just with how the graphics are working. But I gotta say, the overall reflections on the truck look really, really good. The overall texture looks pretty decent. The people, depending on what angle you look at them, they could use a little bit of help. But for the most part, they're looking really, really good. So hopefully we see some more fixes here. And then we saw right here, menu for ARCA. So a little bit different setup for the race weekend. Here we go. So we go to current session, which is practice. Start session and skip session. And then you also get where you're at. You're at Daytona Beach, Florida. You also get upcoming sessions, they qualify, etc. Hit select, obviously, and then it pivots to the car. Really, really cool look there. As we look into the car, that's pretty neat. And then we got looking at the hauler, or the back of the hauler. We got advanced to next session, session info, and quit session. I don't see. Oh yeah, and then we got change setup. Currently, this is showing what we would expect from Monster Games. That's the basic 50%, 20% loose. I'm going to expect, hopefully there will be more in-depth setup. I believe we've seen a screenshot somewhere. There should be, but once again, we're just seeing the basic 50%, 25% setup that we've come accustomed to with most Monster Games. Not that that's bad. Those are good. I like having just a quick, I kind of want a little bit loose. I just want to be there and go. So I do like that, but hopefully for a lot of people, including myself, there will be the more in-depth setup menu available. And then we see guys moving around. Cars started up. We don't get any audio from the video itself. It would be nice if there was. And then heading out onto track. And I gotta say, Daytona looks pretty decent. The grandstands look a little pixelated as I'm looking to the right there. But other than that, overall the environment looks really, really good. But yeah, the grandstands definitely look a bit pixelated as I'm just looking at that at the moment. And then obviously you pop into being in control of your vehicle there, which is pretty cool. And then ends up closing out the video saying when we should expect gameplay, and that's of course going to be a month out from release, along with pre-orders will only be available about a month out before actual game release. So we have a bit to wait for gameplay, unfortunately. So that's going to be kind of disappointing. We can get kind of a taste, but that is unfinished stuff. There were glitches that you can see, the mirror not working and whatnot in some of these earlier shots. So that's not super good to see, the mirror not working right up here. But what we do see is overall on track, the game looks really, really good. The cutscenes definitely they could probably use some help, but the car is on track. The track actually whizzing by there, and we're doing this. This is at speed here as we watch Majeski racing again. Here we go. Yeah, that overall looks pretty good. The actual on-track action, and obviously the mirrors turned off. So could that be letting them have a little more better performance, possibly, or it's just a glitch, or just the version of the game where they haven't had that put in yet. So don't know totally. But overall, just the cars actually on track don't look too bad with the drivers testing them out. So anyways, new Dev Diary is out. We got to see some track action. But the biggest takeaway is a month out from release, we will get gameplay, and a month out from release is when we'll be able to pre-order for at least console anyway. So that's the biggest news takeaway, and we did get a little bit of gameplay that we can get to see from the game. And so we will have to wait and see what else comes out about NASCAR 25. Anyways, that is it for us today. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.